Hello, my name is Evan Chait. I'm a licensed acupuncturist and physical therapist. I've been studying medical Qigong for about 20 years now. And if you don't know what Qigong is, it's an energy system that's ancient from China. It's been passed from China to Japan. Primarily the fundamental roots are from yogic or Vedic traditions. But it's spread all over in the Chinese borders and Japanese borders and has now spread all over the world. Now, Qigong is a 5,000-year-old energy system. Most of you probably heard of Reiki, but not a lot of people have heard of Chinese energy medicine or Qigong. Let me tell you a little bit about my story of how I got involved in Qigong. I was about 18, 19 years old when I first started doing Qigong. But I really started hyper-focusing on it about 5 years ago, where I really committed my time and my energy and my effort to mastering Qigong, because my wife at that time was diagnosed with stage 4 lung cancer. And we actually traveled all over the world to try to find the best medical Qigong teachers and people that I understood, that I've seen research that they were able to shrink tumors and cysts and any anomaly lesions in the body just using Qigong or energy. It's universal energy. And we also obviously did the allopathic route, but unfortunately my wife wound up passing away 2 years ago. And when she passed away, I vowed that I would actually dedicate myself to helping more people. And part of that growth strategy was to train for the New York City Marathon. Now, she passed away in July 27, 2011. The New York City Marathon was in November. So I started training in I think September. So it was only about 2 months of training, and I was about 40 pounds overweight, probably due to all the stress I was under over the past few years previously. And I was a runner in high school, I was a runner in college, I've always been athletic, and so I figured, you know what, it wouldn't be that big of a deal for me to train for a New York City Marathon. And I got some injuries along the way, but nothing really, really significant until marathon day. And I was on my 4th or 5th mile, and I started feeling a sharp shooting pain right into my knee. And at that point, I'm like, you know what, let me walk it off. And like most of us, we think that, you know, it's not that big of a deal. And so I walked it off, wasn't getting any better, but I committed myself to completing this New York City Marathon. And so I wanted to finish the marathon, right? Even though it took me a very long time, I couldn't bend my knee, but it turns out I tore my meniscus. And I didn't want to go in for surgery. Like many of you, you maybe have had surgery or you want to try to avoid surgery. So I went back to my roots of my Qigong training. And what's interesting is the reason why Qigong was created and something called Traumatology, the Didao arts in Chinese medicine, was because these Shaolin monks would always get hurt. And so they would use Qigong, and they used their herbs and these internal herbs and external herbs to help alleviate pain and cure their illness or their problem. And so I decided to go the Chinese medical route for the treatment of my meniscus tear. And I created the whole entire sequence, a series of different movement patterns that actually healed my meniscus. Now, I don't know if it healed it. I didn't get another MRI on it, but within a week or two, I was able to climb up and down stairs, and I went back to running. I trained for another New York City Marathon. And that year, I trained a little bit smarter. I gave myself more time, and I had absolutely no pain. So within a week or 2 weeks, all my pain, all my inflammation was completely gone. And the techniques and strategies I'm gonna teach you is based on the fundamental principle of Qigong. And it's also based on my understanding of the nervous system and how it regulates the body and down-regulates pain and up-regulates pain depending on what we're doing, okay? So the videos that are going to be coming, I have a knee protocol, I have a low back protocol, and a shoulder protocol. Now, these 3 protocols you could do on a daily basis, even if you don't even have pain there. Because bottom line, when there's stagnation of qi, there's stagnation of blood, and if qi and blood don't move, then the body's going to be more prone to become injured, number 1, if you're an athlete. Number 2 is, it's also a great way to prevent disease. All right, well, I look forward to sharing this information, these ancient Chinese secrets that have been passed down to me from my teachers and my teachers previously. It'll be something that you haven't seen before, and if you've done Qigong before, you probably have seen some of these movement patterns before, but how they're applied might be a little bit different because I'm going to add a little bit of a twist knowing the nervous system and some of my neurological techniques into the program. Well, sit back, relax, enjoy the video. Go ahead and click and sign up for the 3 videos. They're free, and I look forward to helping you out in your pain relief. All the best, and make it a great day. Take care. Bye-bye.